All right, quick little update video. You can see the Rockies right behind me. I am up in the Rocky Mountain High with my America cowboy hat on. Zilosophy For The People tour. I wanted to give you an update on why I do this and some of the things that have happened already, as well as explain some changes in the tour in different directions and things went down that went down out here on the road. So the first thing is that in Wahoo, Nebraska, and some of you have seen that video where I got to speak on the main stage, there was a young man there, 19 years old, shout out to Chris Collins, who came up to me and one of the other people on the tour asking advice about, he was told he had to take the jab to go back to his trade school community college. And we explained to him that he didn't, and he should do some research on the ADA and HIPAA laws. And then he saw that speech that day, and he came up to me afterwards, and he said, you know, thanks to you and that other guy, I finally know what my purpose is in life and what I need to do. Now, he's 19, so that could change quite a bit throughout the course of his life. But right now, he knows what to do because of the work that we're doing and what you're supporting out here. So that's huge. I always say that just one person is enough. So if all of this was just for him, then that's enough. But wait, there's more. Then the next night I went to North Platte, Nebraska for another tour, because I'll get to that in a little bit. But as soon as I got out here, these tour I was following split into two. And I got to talk to Scott McKay, who's a guy that I've been following for months now, and really the guy that inspired me to get off the couch and get out on the tour and go help my country instead of going to Costa Rica and screwing around and writing my second book. And I got to talk to Lee Dundas and Sasha Stone and those guys. But I waited till the end of the night and didn't get to talk to Scott as much as I would have liked to have because of the stuff going on with the tours and some ideas I had to help him. But what happened because of that is I was wearing my Save the Kids t-shirt, which says, "What are the tunnels?" on the back. I was at the gas station. I haven't been drinking on this tour because I'm doing so much driving, but I decided to have a beer that night randomly. And there are no coincidences. Because I went and did that and got one beer, there was another young man, 31-year-old guy, shout out to Corey, who stopped me and said, "Hey, what does that mean on the back of your shirt?" And I said, "Oh man, it's really dark. It's like child trafficking and tunnels, and you should look into it." He's like, "Actually, I've heard about that. I know about that." And we started talking. And he said, "Hey, where are you from? You know, I need to talk to you. I don't know anybody around here that's awake. I have one other friend, and I feel really alone, and I don't know what to do." So we exchanged information and started messaging, and he shared with me some of the things in his past that were, in his current life, that were really dark and scary, and I sort of helped him through that. And we had coffee the next morning, and I told him my life story, and he told me his, and he asked me a bunch of questions about what to do. He's in a career that he didn't want to be in, and so I helped him along to figure out a career. He's a recovering addict, and he wants to mentor kids and to help recovering addicts. And so now I'm mentoring him, and that's all because of the t-shirt that I was wearing at that moment at that gas station. So there's just a story of two people that I would say I saved, not saved, but you know, I helped them out of a place where they were stuck, and that's what Zilosophy For The People tour is all about. So to contribute to more things like that, I've ended my crowdfunding campaign because I was having a really hard time getting paid from those guys. We're getting it squared away, and I am getting paid. So if you contributed, the money is coming to me. They're taking a little bit bigger percentage than I would have liked, but I'm moving on from them because I'm not sure they're playing straight up or they don't know what they're doing. And in either case, that's not the place for me. So from now on, you're going to be able to contribute through Venmo. And my Venmo is at Michael-Zildjian. So that's Zildjian. I'll put it on the video below. And that's the way to contribute. So let me tell you a little bit about the Arise USA and now the Arise Freedom Tours, because there's two of them. The day I got to Stillwater, Scott McKay, Lee Dundas, and Sasha Stone were not there. So not having any direct contact with any of them, I stayed on the Arise USA tour. And as I've told many people, those guys were pretty good to me for the most part, Trent and Kevin. And Trent let me speak and read my poems and stuff, and I'll be forever grateful for that. But I never got a great vibe from Robert David Steele, and I had my questions about him before the tour. I only came out to that tour because Scott McKay and Sasha and Lee were on it, and especially Scott, but all the others as well. And I figured that if they trusted him, that I would too. Well, I don't put my faith in any one man or woman. I put my faith in God, and I follow what I'm called to do. So I was called to stay there for a few days and see what was going on. But then the next day, that day that I had coffee with Corey, hey, there's a great podcast name. I went to meet with Scott to tell him that story and to give him some money that some women I met wanted to give him for his tour, and also to give him a hard drive of a new promo video that I had made for him. And on that day, I had a chance to tell my story to him in front of about 10 or 12 people that were there. Then I also had a chance to talk to him one-on-one for about 5 minutes. And he gave me his personal number. No, you can't have it. And we've been in contact, and he told me some things about that other tour that were really disheartening. I was hoping that I might be able to bounce back and forth between tours and just stay sovereign and do my own thing and help as many people as I could. But when I learned what Scott told me, and I can't share it with you, but he's under attack, and it sounds like he's going to be making it public pretty soon, what went down on that tour. It just made me realize I can't go back. And so I'm in contact with Scott. He asked me to help him finish writing his book, so we're talking about that, sending videos and talking about other ways that I might be able to help the Arise Freedom Tour, which is now what I'll be following, and you can find that at arisefreedomtour.com. So it's been a crazy ride already. I'm at, let me see, I can pull up how many miles I've driven so far. I went 2,500 miles in a week. And then the last few days I stopped so that I could get some rest, and I had some issues with the car that needed to be handled. So I got all that handled, and now I'm back on the road heading south towards New Mexico, Arizona, and still not sure exactly what my next stop is. Possibly Tucson, possibly Vegas. But from Vegas, I'm going to hook up with the Arise Freedom Tour and be following those guys and helping however I can. As was my original mission. So that's the update. This one's a little bit longer because there was a lot to catch you up on. Oh, also, if you didn't see on Facebook, I'm now in Facebook jail for I think another day and a half, but or Instagram or whatever. I posted some photos of, I went to Michael Franti at Red Rocks. It was my first time at Red Rocks. Michael Franti is amazing, super positive guy. Couple BS woke moments, but nothing major, and just love the positive energy and love seeing people at a packed concert start to live again. You know, Denver's a pretty woke town, so there you can see the fear in people's eyes behind their masks as you go around town. It's still very real and very sad, but it was nice to see a bunch of people, most of them not wearing masks. Sorry, I'm going to make a pass move here because I got some open road in front of me. And so that was a great moment, and great to connect with Tarek and Eugenia from Accessible Astrology. We've been talking for months now through the community, and it was great to finally meet in person. So a lot of great stuff happening out here. Again, if you want to contribute to the tour, I want to shout out to my Uncle Joey and Auntie Kim, who made a very big contribution that will keep me going for another few weeks. If nothing else happens, I can now get into mid-July with the money that I've raised so far. But we want to be going a lot longer than that, so you can contribute on Venmo at Michael-Zildjian to the Zilosophy For The People tour. And there'll be lots more updates coming your way soon. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Signing off for now. Love you all. God bless. And we will be talking to you soon.